Okay, welcome back to the Automated TV. I am Takalo. First of all, thank you for additional subscribers. We've got 139 now. We've increased a lot every day by day. Your participation helps. Subscribe, like, comment. We need everything to add to the algorithm, encourage your algorithm to push us up. So definitely need your support. Today we've got an exciting spray and barrage of news, including Microsoft. So look forward to talking to you and telling you what they are and how I react to it. Okay, first section. Microsoft's new AI wants to manage your inbox. Well, first of all, let's talk OpenAI first. OpenAI's Codex tool is officially crashing the office party for the rest of us. On Tuesday, June 2nd, which is basically 2 days ago, OpenAI dropped a brand new batch of mind-blowing upgrades for Codex, its AI-powered agentic tool. I don't know if any of you actually use Codex. Let us know if you do. So now Codex now has over 5 million weekly active users. So that's 6 times the number of users it had back in February when the desktop app first launched. Now, while developers still using Codex as ultimate number ones, regular office workers now make up about 20% of the user base. So this non-developer crowd is currently growing about 3 times faster than actual techies. So also OpenAI launched 6 brand new plugins built for specific corporate roles. We're talking about data analytics, career production, sales, product design, equity investing, and investment banking. They've also included something called Sites feature. So if Codex just jumping a boring cold file into your cluster desktop, you can now publish this work as a live, fully interactive website. I guess kind of like Lovable. Oh, sorry, it just partners some massive names in order to do this, called with Wix, Replit, Figma, Lovable, Base 44, and Emergent. Wow, they also dropped another one. Okay, so let's see what it is. Here's my luck and coffee. It also dropped a new annotations feature, which lets you highlight any specific part of a document to give Codex sharper, more precise instructions. So wow, these all new upgrades come just after 3 weeks after the company launched the OpenAI deployment company, which I believe it's the private equity-backed consulting type of company. Right, is raised $4 billion from global investors to help massive enterprise business effortlessly wave OpenAI direct tools into their daily corporate workflows. Wow. So basically, it feels a lot like what Anthropic is doing, right? Kind of very specific office tools for investment bankers. What do we talk about? Investment bankers. We talked about investment banking, equity investing, hedge funds, sales, product design. We talked a little bit more about the accounting, equity investing piece rather than investment banking piece, accounting piece rather than the kind of the product design. But that's really kind of the strategy that Anthropic did, and OpenAI is adopting the same type of thing. You can see the interplay between OpenAI and Anthropic and really kind of how they're learning from each other, right? To try to one-up each other to some degree as well. So that's pretty interesting that they're doing that, and pretty interesting that they're copying Anthropic's playbook. I personally don't find that original. I find that kind of uninspiring, but I guess with OpenAI, they just need to catch up, and the investors are probably saying, look, just try this playbook, right? This tried and true, definitely go for that. So I understand what they're trying to do. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but let's see how it works. I guess it's okay, right? It's just different strokes for different folks. For example, I'm already on OpenAI, so I'm more likely to use OpenAI. But, and so I'm open with those tools. I don't mind that they're on Anthropic, and they're copying already. It's already on OpenAI. I'm already on OpenAI, so it's just those tools on OpenAI. And it's just an interface that I'm familiar with. So that's pretty interesting. So next section, we're talking about Microsoft Scout AI Assistant. So Microsoft is officially done playing it cool at its annual Build Developer Conference. The tech giant unveiled Scout, the brand new AI system built entirely from Microsoft 360 world. And so Scout is an entirely different thing. It started off with a wild project called OpenClaw. So it used OpenClaw. Oh, sorry. So Microsoft literally took that exact same OpenClaw framework and built Scout directly on top of that. So that's pretty interesting. So it's like basically OpenClaw on Microsoft. So the Scout is what the tech elite call an agentic assistant, which is actually what we're talking about anyway with Codex and everything else, but it allows you to do different things independently on its own. Microsoft VP Omar Shaheen introduced his own personal instance of the AI. It's called Sebastian. So that's pretty interesting. So basically it's just OpenClaw, but it's OpenClaw, but for Microsoft. It's got a policy conformance system that continuously spies on the AI to ensure it's staying in its lane. It keeps a full audit trail for every single check it makes, so you can see exactly what it's been up to. And right out of the box, Scout ships with ready-made skills for managing your chaotic calendar and drafting meeting agendas. Interesting. Okay, so not too difficult, not doing anything that's bad or wrong. Pretty interesting stuff. So I don't know. Let me know what you think if you want to play around with that. All right, next section. Around the AI block, Anthropic scales Claude Mythos with critical infrastructure in 15 different countries. NVIDIA's Jensen Huang calls Marvel the next trillion-dollar chip maker. The Trump administration is at war with itself over AI regulation. It's actually very interested in AI regulation, so let's look into that. The Trump signs executive orders seeking early access to new AI releases. Cisco rolls out software tools to protect IT systems from AI agents. Recaps employee AI spending after blowing through budget in 4 months. Let's read about that as well. And Cisco rolls out software tools to protect IT systems. Microsoft announces Project Solera to take on its AI agent platform. Meta will reportedly let employees take 30-minute breaks from its tracking program. And Google fights AI voice scams with new phone app detection. So I think Cisco rolls out, this is from Reuters, Cisco rolls out software tools to protect IT systems from AI agents. Reuters is saying Cisco Systems on Tuesday announced a new suite of software tools that businesses can use to build their own armies of bots known as AI agents to protect their IT infrastructure against cybersecurity threats. So, okay, that's pretty cool. Cisco Cloud Control, as the company calls the system, is designed to allow businesses and governments to create and manage AI agents that watch over their systems and block and remove hackers. So it's using AI as a defensive tool, right, to protect, which is kind of interesting and what's also needed. We can no longer do things at human scale. DJ Sapanth, Senior Vice President, General Manager of AI Software and Platform Cisco, told Reuters it has to be machine scale from an operational perspective. Pretty interesting. What I said the same thing as well. Humans cannot defend against kind of AI hackers, right? So that is pretty interesting. We talked about give me 1 second. Everything's just falling apart today. It was my light that was all kind of wonky, and now this. All right. TechCrunch article, Uber caps AI employee spending after blowing through a budget in 4 months. As AI is getting expensive, Bloomberg reports that the company has instituted a new rule that places a monthly $1,500 US cap per employee and per agentic coding tool, including Anthropic's Cloud Code or Cursor. Interesting. 1,500 is actually quite a lot as well. So I think perhaps what people were doing was really just blowing through the credits. So it probably didn't need to do that, right? And blow through all the credits. So I can see there's a compromise. Already one wave of CIOs and CTOs are saying it's already gone past the budget for 2026. I think people are just going overboard. I think you can still use it reasonably. You can still use AI quite reasonably, without blowing through all the tokens, right? So I think now a medium an equilibrium is found to be able to do this and to do this successfully. And so that we still use AI. It's not against AI. It's not like we won't use AI, but we'll use AI just a little bit more smartly and intelligently and rationally for businesses, right? So technically it's not more expensive than humans. I think it's just being able to use it wisely and a little bit more smartly. So the Trump administration, this is a TechBuzz article. The Trump administration is at war with itself over AI regulation. Donald Trump killed an executive order to regulate AI. Remember a couple broadcasts ago, we were talking about this, that there was an executive order to regulate AI. Interesting. So this was a Biden era executive order. I didn't know that. Let's see. The interim code represents a dramatic shift in previous administration's approach. Biden's executive order signed in 2023 October established safety testing requirements, privacy protections, and transparency measures for AI systems. It requires companies developing the most powerful AI models to share safety test results with the government before public release. But Trump axed the order, and now his own team can't agree on what it should replace it. Okay, so some officials are pushing for a completely hands-off approach that lets the market sort itself out. Others recognize that the U.S. needs some sort of framework, especially as China and European Union race ahead with their own AI regulations. Interesting. So can't figure out what exactly it's doing. Interesting. It'll probably get there at some point. AI needs regulation at the end of the day as well. Let's also take a look at this NVIDIA's Jensen Huang saying that Marvell is the next $1 trillion chip maker. This is from Tech Buzz. Marvell, I believe, is the where's the California-based chip designer, Marvell. So shares jumped 25% within the first hour of trading. And we should actually track Marvell. I think part of our AI index, we do track Marvell. So I need to check whether we do. If we don't, we need to add that. Definitely let me know in the comments whether you like Marvell and whether you've invested in Marvell as well. So it's, how much is it? I think right now it's not $1 trillion, it's 150 billion right now, but it jumped 25. Yes. So Marvell's market cap now sits at $150 billion after Tuesday's surge, meaning Huang is projecting a 7-fold growth potential for the technology company. Okay, on to the next section. Excuse me, trending tools. So how many tools do we have today? We've got 4 tools today. We have, for the curious readers, we've got Explain Paper, turns scary, brain-melting PDFs into, oh, that makes sense explanations. You highlight the paragraph that broke you, and AI rewrites it in plain English. We've got, for the Vibe Seekers, got Intel using AI to generate real-time personalized soundscapes that adapt to your heart rate, the weather, and even the time of day. For the Memory Keepers, it began as a state-of-the-art restoration tool that uses this generative facial prior AI to instantly clear up low-res grainy or damaged faces in seconds. It's kind of cool. I can definitely see it for the Memory Keepers, like for the old photographs, right? Of your grandparents, that type of thing. Pretty cool. And for the Instant Designers, Microsoft Designer is a lightweight, purely AI-driven design tool that lets you describe what you want with a rustic feel, if that's what you want, and generates multiple complete layouts with images and text that you can tweak in seconds. Kind of cool. Try these tools. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and let us know which ones you like. On to the next section. AI work of the day, how to write data-backed blog posts that build authority. So data-driven posts don't just share opinions, they provide clarity, credibility, and value your readers can trust. Whether you're trying to build thought leadership, attract high-quality backlinks, or just give your audience something worth bookmarking, research-focused posts are your best asset. Prompts to try. You're an expert researcher, writer, and content strategist. Here's a prompt. I need you to do the following. Write a post and a introduction, 3 informative body sections, strong conclusion, etc., etc. Okay. I think it's pretty good. I think writing blog posts is something that AI can do incredibly well. I've always been an advocate of kind of that human touch, right? Writing a story. But I think with a blog post, especially with a company blog post, you don't really have to go through that story bit, right? You don't have to add that personality bit. It's just really factual at the end of the day. That's really what you need to be emphasizing. So I think with this one, you play around with it. I think this is incredibly important and great for AI. I think as long as you put the goal and what you want, what you want the reader to understand, I think it's good, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Probably just do something with the research, with the facts that you're introducing into the blog post. If it's just double check the facts. I think that's incredibly important because it is AI and it will make mistakes and it will hallucinate. So definitely add a few more things there just to make sure that you verify the facts, because ultimately your readers do believe you, and you have to make sure that you understand the facts. Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed today's broadcast. Lots of things going on technology-wise. I think I got it sorted, but still issues today. Had my coffee, pretty happy. Had my surgery yesterday as well, so finally I'm feeling up to par. And please keep sharing. Please keep subscribing as well. We've got 139. Let's bring it up to 150 by the end of the week. And also my producer told me to encourage people to do email signups as well. So remember to sign up to our email newsletter at theonway.co/subscribe, and hopefully see you in the next episode.